Who are you and what do you do?
So my name is CJ Krainock. I founded Incline Marketing when I was a student at BYU, Idaho. I founded Incline to solve a shortage of quality marketing companies in the local services space. So we serve local service companies, carpet cleaning, pest control, HVAC, in digital services like pay-per-click, SEO, email marketing. We've really carved out a niche there, and I think it's something that we've grown and been really successful at.
What's your least favorite part of marketing?
Bad marketing companies, right? I see a lot of people in the industry that take advantage of the small business owner and their lack of knowledge in marketing analytics and metrics, and not reporting on certain things that are really impactful to business, such as revenue, bottom line. A lot of companies try to set people on autopilot, right? They get a client in the door, they try to do a good job in the first 2 months, and then they switch them over to a different account manager that's managing 50 other clients, and they put them on autopilot and they don't care about them.
What are some mistakes that you see rookie marketers make?
Not focusing enough on the technical side of marketing and focusing a little too much on marketing strategy through their degrees. Marketing strategy is great. Don't get me wrong. You need that. But if you can't implement your strategy because you don't have the technical expertise, it's really hard to get your foot in the door at an agency in a non-management role. We hire a lot of people that come in as interns for web development, pay-per-click, SEO, that need to know a little bit of web coding, or how to use Google Tag Manager, right? They need to understand how website code works. When people don't have an understanding of that, they're kind of coming in behind the eight ball compared to those people that do have that understanding.
Are schools doing enough to prepare young marketers?
Yeah, I do know that schools are trying, right? I think a lot of people are under like a false hope that they're just going to come out of school and go right into a marketing manager role. That's really hard to do without any experience.
What can they do to prevent that?
So I think that focusing in your degree, just even taking a couple classes that are maybe outside of your degree, maybe try to get into some of the web dev coding side, or try to get into into graphic design, maybe even make that your minor. I think that would go a long way for students to be able to penetrate the industry better when they graduate.
How can you tell someone's an A player?
Yeah, I think interns that are ready to turn into full-time or part-time employees even, I express it in a way that they kind of do in sports, which is they have the it factor, right? You hear that a lot about quarterbacks, right? Like, this guy has it, whatever it is. And I think that it is a drive to succeed, and the refusal to fail, right? You're going to fail, but the harder that you try, the more drive and initiative that you show, you're going to be more successful in your career. And those are the kinds of interns that, once we get them into our program, that we're looking to advance to full-time work.
What's one piece of advice you have for us marketers?
Avoid shiny object syndrome. And I think that we see that a lot in marketing when we talk about trends. I think before, everything was going to be VR, or augmented reality was going to be that next new trend, and companies adjusted to that, and don't think it came to fruition as much as people thought it was going. And to me, we call that shiny object syndrome, which is find your niche and be really good at it. And when these other things come in your peripherals that maybe don't fit exactly what you're good at, say no and be really good at one thing, right? If you can be really good at that one thing, you're going to have a future somewhere, I promise. Right? There's a lot of money to be made in a lot of different niches, doing a lot of different things. Don't just be reaching for the next shiny thing, because you might get burned.
How do we keep focused?
Right, yeah, like AI is the new fad right now. That might be around to stay. I personally think it is around to stay. But doing a risk assessment in your own mind of, am I willing to go down this path for this new shiny object, could be the difference between you being successful or not in your career. I think AI would be a good thing to pursue at this point in time. But as you're following down that path, when that next new thing pops up, it might be best to just keep your eye on the prize rather than veering off course.